Today we're going to be talking about, as we are episode 1, Spiritpact episodes 1 through 3, Owaranai Fukou ni Tsuite no Hanashi, and Broad City seasons 1 through 3. So don't change that video because we'll be starting right now. Hi, welcome to Fudanshi, where I share LGBTQ and BL Media through news, reviews, and good conversation. Today is Wednesday, and that means it's time for the last week's queer reviews, where I share LGBTQ and BL Media. And this is by talking about the media that I shared and talked about in the blog post. Full spoilers there, link in the description. But in this video, I'll be doing non-spoiler, light spoiler conversation, just to let you guys know what these things are, where you can find them, and then my brief thoughts. So let's get talking. For my regular viewers, I'm actually having some lighting issues, so I'm just gonna stay centered today. So hopefully I can get images up here. Anyway, first let's talk about As We Are episode 1. As We Are is an English web series, a 4-part English web series about a girl named Chloe who comes to a town to home sit, house sit, and pet sit for her ex-girlfriend Robin. And then, in addition to that, she goes out on dates. She explores the city of Brighton, England. And then she also, in addition, she goes on dates and she ends up meeting this neighbor named Blake, who she finds out is trans. If you want to watch this show, you can find it here on YouTube for free. So if you're watching this video, you have full access to the show. Go check it out. This is an interesting web series. I've only seen one episode, so I haven't seen a lot of it yet, but I like the chemistry between the main character Chloe and the neighbor Blake, and I really think it's interesting, the whole idea and concept of conversation about what happens when a person who identifies as gay dates a person who's trans of an opposite sex. I enjoyed what I watched. It is very somber and like quiet drama-esque, and I liked it so far. It's nice. It's nice. That's about it. Next, we're going to be talking about Spiritpact. Spiritpact is a Japanese anime that's currently running for the winter 2017 season. I've done a whole video about the winter 2017 season, so go check it out. Link in the description as well as up here. As for where you can watch it on Crunchyroll for free, as well as all other legal anime sites. Spiritpact is based off of a Chinese web series that's now a Japanese anime, and it is about a boy who comes from a long line of exorcist who has run out of luck, and he actually dies, and then he is revived as a ghost, and he meets this real life exorcist with powers and everything, and the guy's like, become my ghost partner. It's a shonen A story, so it's going to be light romance, and more on that in a second. Basically, I don't have a lot to say about this show because there is not a lot to it. I've seen 3 episodes now, and it is very basic, not super exciting, not incredibly terrible, but it's a good way to waste your time. It's not a waste of time, but it's a good way to waste your time. There's a subtle difference there. In addition, the whole gay aspect of it is very, very light. Very, very light. When I say shonen A, I usually come up with 2 definitions. Either it is a basically hinting, very oh, are they gay? You can guess kind of situation, or it's like, it is gay, there is romance, but it's nothing physical, really. It's more emotional stuff. And it's usually when you find shonen A, it's either one of the 2. And right now, I feel like it's the prior. That said, it is only the 3rd episode, so it could build up. For Yuri on Ice, that show didn't get a kiss until episode 7. So we'll see, I guess. Next we have Dear Lord, I'm just gonna read it. I'm not even gonna try to say it up front. Owaranai Fukou ni Tsuite no Hanashi, which is by Ogo Chise, who is a pretty prominent mangaka, at least one of my favorites. It's actually a spin-off of another story by the same mangaka, where it was 2 high school students, and then this is about the older brother of one of those students and his romance. So that's interesting. Takayuki, who is wonderful from just an outside perspective look. Just looking at him, he is fashionable, he is put together. He is one of those people where it's like he puts a very wonderful front, a very perfect front, and then he is just horribly all over the place on the inside. And the entire story follows his long-standing crush on his high school friend. He stole the high school friend's girlfriend, and that ended their friendship. But then the friend reappears when they are in university, and they both kind of struggle with what's happening here. Are these emotions romantic? In addition, this manga has not been officially licensed for English, so I cannot give you guys a link. Sorry. But as soon as it does, I will put a link in the description. As for my thoughts, I'll try to be brief with this, is that I love it. I love Takayuki, who is very compelling character to watch. Once again, put together on the outside type character who is then very broken and very just a total mess. In addition, the story is very romantic. It is like the textbook romance because it is about a person who is just so broken and so unwilling to love himself that he finds somebody else who will love him unconditionally. That is like the romantic's dream, right? So this is a very romantic and very sweet story. That said, there is one major thing that I have a problem with, and it is the first chapter. You know what? I'm gonna leave that out. I'm not gonna talk about it, but once again, I do have a major problem with this blog, or with this manga. So go check out the blog post if you have any thoughts, if you want to read my thoughts. And lastly, this is not a review, but more of a echo blast / signal boost for Broad City. Broad City is a TV show here in America. It is a comedy. It is very hilariously funny. It is about two New York girls, best friends, who go through their lives, who just do random things in their lives. As for where you can watch the show, you can watch this on many streaming channels such as Hulu. Comedy Central is the TV station that they have it on. I believe they have it on their website, comedycentral.com or whatever. So go check it out. And in addition, you can buy the DVDs if you don't have access to those two sites. And it is so hilarious. It is so uncensored, by the way, incredibly uncensored, very mature, little kids, little QF followers who are younger than, I don't know, like 14 or so, do not watch this show. It's just very hilarious, very red band, very wonderful. I can't speak more about how much I love it, and I'm just kind of like star-eyed right now. But once again, I do have a blog post where I'm very much more put together in my presentation of why the show is good, so go check that out. And that is it for this last week's Queer Reviews. As for my ratings, I give As We Are a 3 stars out of 5, I give Spiritpact 2 stars out of 5, and I give Owaranai Fukou ni Tsuite no Hanashi, who I give that 5 stars out of 5. And then Broad City is more of a signal boost, so it's not a review, so there's no rating for that. As for next week's LGBTQ and BL Media that we'll be talking about My Bromance the Movie, Artifice the Webcomic, Entangled with You episodes 14 and 15, as well as Coming Out on Top, the video game. And as always, make sure to let me know down in the comments below what you guys think about the LGBTQ and BL media that we talked about here. And as always, if you like this video, make sure to like it, to share it with your friends, and to subscribe if you haven't already. Queer Fudanshi tried to share LGBTQ and BL media through news, reviews, and good conversation. So let's get talking. Bye. I totally just shook the camera.